Are you considering to upgrade from a condo to a landed? Hi everyone, I'm Paul from PropertyHunter, and today I'm going to share with you what are the steps and the ways to go about upgrading from a condo to landed. I remember when I was young, I used to pass by all these landed houses and I was thinking this is something that's never possible in my life. I was a kampong kid and I come from a very humble family. I grew up from a kampong, then moved to a HDB and stayed in HDB for the whole of my childhood. And when I see all these landed houses, they all just seems like impossible dreams until I understand this formula of how you can use real estate to build up your assets and eventually upgrade to a landed. Before I continue, please help us by like, share and subscribe to our channel so that we can continue to produce more videos like these to share with you. When you talk about property investment, the most important thing other than loan eligibility is actually timeline. Your loan tenure. I mentioned it in my last video. This is an expansion of it. The maximum loan anyone can take in Singapore, the loan tenure, is 30 years. And the maximum age for anyone is 65 to take a maximum loan of 75% of the loan to value with the property purchase price. Which means that technically from 35 years of age onwards, your mortgage clock starts ticking down. When you're 35, you can borrow 30 years of loan up to 65. When you're 40, you can borrow for 25 years of loan tenure, and so on and so forth. So it is important to invest early so that you can maximize this loan tenure. In a person's life cycle, typically you have about 3 to 4 cycles depending on how old, at what age you start investing. One property cycle is roughly around 5 to 7 years in today's market. So one person will roughly go through about 3 to 4 property cycles in their lifetime. So the formula I'm going to share with you today is how you can use real estate as an investment tool and eventually upgrade to a landed property. How you can even potentially double your assets every year so that you can eventually afford that landed properties, that dream home of yours. Let's assume that you own a 2-bedroom condominium which is worth $1 million in today's market. Based on statistics and trend, the ideal scenario is to cash out at 1.25 million because this is how you will double your assets in one property cycle. $1 million, down payment $250,000. When you cash it out at 1.25 million, you make a profit of 250,000 and that is exactly doubling your assets. So you cash out $500,000 from your first property. So with that, property 2, based on 500,000. So potentially you can go for a $2 million condo with 25% down payment. 500,000 is the down payment. So with this 500,000, you go for a $2 million condo. In the ideal scenario, again, your aim is to double your assets. So the target is to exit this property at 2.5 million. By exiting it at 2.5 million, you will cash out $1 million cash with 500,000 as your initial down payment and 500,000 as your new profit. So of course, all these are subject to TDSR, Total Debt Servicing Ratio, which is another topic altogether. Check out our other videos to watch out for more details on TDSR. So now I have 500,000 of profits and 500,000 down payment. So I have a total of $1 million on hand. So on the next round with the $1 million sales proceed, you can potentially go for a freehold landed in, say, Thomson area. So of course, all this depends on your loan eligibility. I did a simple financial calculations of payments process. Let's just dive into it right now so that you can briefly understand what I'm trying to say. So with a $4 million property purchase with the current interest rate at about 3%, let's say by now this is already, say, your third property cycle, then let's say you have a loan tenure of balance 20 years and you're a Singaporean with no property count and we are going for a maximum loan of 75% loan to value LTV. The payment schedule will be as such. So for simple mathematics, I'm going to go through it so that everybody understand how you can potentially afford a landed house in Singapore. 1% option money, that will be 40,000 as your down payment. 4% exercise fee, that will be 160,000. Stamp duty will be roughly 3 to 6%. So based on $4 million is 179,000. Legal fee about $3,000. Upon sales completion, that's another payment of 20%. So total that will be $800,000. So all in all, the cash and CPF required to buy this landed house is $1.182 million. So slightly more than $1 million. And with that itself, your monthly installment is at $16,000 a month. Wait, I know 16,000 sounds like an exorbitant amount of money to be paying for mortgage loan. I totally get it. That's exactly how I feel when I bought my landed house as well. But life progress, and if opportunity allows, I would say if your loan eligibility allows, go for it, because this is how you potentially can build your assets create a legacy saving plans that will eventually build up your assets when you retire. We have a lot more videos about loan eligibility calculation and TDSR calculation in our other videos, so do like, share and subscribe our videos and check out our videos in our channels. That will really help us a lot to create more contents like this. So in conclusion, I'm not saying that owning a landed house is a walk in the park. Definitely there's a lot of hard work and effort involved. But why am I sharing this? Because this is something that I would never think about it, and I have met people who never thought about it until we really walk the path and make this happen. Trust that your salary 5 years from today will not be the same from what it is today, and you may want to look back if your salary 10 years ago is potentially also not what it was today. So instead of spending and paying for expensive cars, real estate is considered a good debt. You must identify what is a good debt and a bad debt, and real estate is definitely one of a good debt that you can use it as a saving plans for your retirement in years to come. Imagine owning a $4 million landed house versus a $1 million condo which you have made a down payment of $250,000. That $1 million condo 30 years down the road when you want to retire, when you are 70 years old or 60 years old, versus a landed house, $4 million 30 years down the road or 20 years down the road. This can potentially be a $7-8 million property in the next 20-30 years. So take advantage of this while you are young, maximize the loan tenure so that you can really build good assets down the road. I never say that it is easy. You must definitely work hard for it, and also just make sure that when there's chance and opportunity arise, do leverage and build on good debts. Of course, this will very much depends on your family planning and your risk appetite. Not everyone needs to do that, but this is a possibility that you can potentially work on. I've come to the end of the video. I hope that you have found it useful. Please help us to like, share and subscribe to our videos so that I can continue to create such videos that will serve your needs. And thank you very much. See ya.